Hi guys, Al DeMarco here, General Manager at DeMarco'sSports.com. My God, how many times can I say that? Anyway, this is going to be your Friday video report for baseballs. I've got two complimentary plays coming towards you. And let me just tell you that later today on Friday, I will also be putting live my Saturday college football video report with your complimentary plays. Of course, I went 4-1 last Friday. And what perfect time to remind you that if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, this is the best time to do so you can always be alerted to when the video reports are available. It is right down there, the little subscribe now button. All you've got to do is click on it, and it is that simple. Listen, guys, a lot of guys do these videos, and I've been doing them for well over 15, 17 years now here on using YouTube as the vehicle to deliver them. Other guys will use that subscribe now button as a way to constantly badger you with solicitations to buy this, buy that, to go to other websites. I don't have time for any of that crap, to be honest with you. Listen, the bottom line is the subscribe now button is a way for you to know when the videos are live. End of story, c'est la vie. So subscribe now, down there, and off we go. Before we move forward, was I not right on the money? Let me pat myself on my own back about the way to play that game with the Eagles and the Vikings last night. I told you it was damn hard to decipher which way to go, and I was going to just watch it as a fan. That number 6 is like being, as I said, marooned out on an island because you got to win by 7. Obviously, the Eagles did not. And as you were sitting there, and if you had the Eagles last night laying 6, you had to be thinking to yourself, my God, how many times did Al tell me to buy the half point when the line crosses 3, 4, 6, 7, and sometimes 10? My wife in the other room is probably sleeping right now, and she can recite that in her sleep verbatim, because last night you wouldn't have been sitting there going, my God, the Vikings are going to score a garbage time touchdown and screw my cover, which they did, unless you had heeded my advice. Because when that line was 6, you could have had Philadelphia at -5.5 and walked away with the win. The single most critical thing that I have done over the years in football that has turned more pushes into wins and more losses into pushes is to simply buy that half point. Now, accordingly, you could have also taken Minnesota, and instead of sitting there with a damn push last night, despite how poorly the Vikings played with the 4 turnovers and the just lousy play at times in a game that they should have won outright, instead of walking away with a push today at +6, you could have bought them up to +6.5 and walked away with the win by buying up that half point. And what would it have cost you? Pennies on the dollar. Because if you're a baseball bettor, you never would complain if I told you to lay $1.30 with a favorite, would you? Because it's not really that much of a bad price. And if the insurance didn't come into play, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Again, the single most critical thing that I've done over the years that has made me money and saved me money is buying the half point. To steal a line that Steve Budin has used over the years, it's putting the power of money to work for you. He's stolen just about every damn line I have ever used in my life as a handicapper. It's about time I stole about the only good line that I can probably repeat in a public forum, so I'll steal that one from him. Okay, a couple other quick observations about that game. The Eagles pass rush, so dynamic a year ago, averaged a little over 4 sacks a game. 2 sacks in week 1, 2 sacks last night against 2 teams, the Patriots and the Vikings, that had injury-riddled offensive lines. There is a problem there. Also, first-year offensive signal caller, Brian Johnson for Philadelphia. You got to work the kinks out here, guys, because the offense still looks rather sluggish. It's beyond belief that DeAndre Swift, who had the monster game last night, could only get his first carry in the 4th quarter against the Patriots a week earlier, and last night he was the man. Go figure. And the passing game, Jalen Hurts does not look right. Yeah, Nick Sirianni, you should rethink your strategy and maybe give Hurts a little play time with the starters in the preseason next year. So the first 2 games, your passing game looks a little better. Just my thought. Okay, let's get going here, and yeah, let's get to your complimentary plays, huh? How about it? The first one is going to be the red-hot Texas Rangers, a team that goes in slumps and then comes out of it like gangbusters. They have now won 6 in a row after losing 16 out of 22, and after that 4-game sweep at Toronto. In their last 5 games overall, they have now won 40 or scored 44 runs. Now they're going with John Gray, who lasted just 2.2 innings and gave up 4 hits and 4 runs and walked 2 and a no decision. He was lucky to escape with a no decision at home against the A's on Sunday. But the Rangers have won his last 3 starts, and he has pitched better on the road with a 3.41 earned run average than at Globe Field, where his ERA is 4.46. The Guardians, I'm laughing because the Guardians are going with Lucas Jesus Christ. No, they're not going with him. He's not pitching tonight. He's counting the day off. It's Friday. Lucas Giolito tonight. He has made 2 starts with Cleveland. In 10 innings, he's given up 13 runs and 6 home runs. In 6 starts with the Angels, he had a 6.89 earned run average. So I was crunching some numbers, and I've been following him since he left the White Sox. So here's the deal. When he pitched for the White Sox at U.S. Cellular Field, where the White Sox play their home games, he had a 2.44 earned run average in 10 starts. Everywhere else he has pitched this season, everywhere else, right? 10 starts again at the White Sox home field, 2.44 earned run average. Everywhere else, 19 starts, his earned run average is 6.42. And in 101 innings, he's been pounded for 28 home runs. So I don't care what uniform he's wearing. If he ain't pitching in Chicago, he ain't pitching well. And that's good enough reason for me to go with the Rangers against the Guardians, who have lost 4 of their last 5 and scored just 15 runs in that stretch. And Texas is only a 115 favorite tonight. The other play I'm going with is Tampa minus $1.20 at Baltimore. Of course, the Rays, by winning last night's opener, have now pulled within 1 game of the AL East leading Orioles. Zach Eflin is going tonight. The Rays have won 4 of his last 5 starts. And let's see, the Orioles lost last night 4-3. They've lost now 3 in a row. They were going with Jack Flaherty. And when they acquired him from St. Louis, everybody thought, oh my God, that was a really big deal. He had been pitching well for the Cardinals. But you've got to wonder if the innings that he has pitched this season have really taken a toll, because he's up to 137.1 innings. That's the most he has pitched since 2019. The last 3 years, 36 innings, 78.1 innings, 40.1 innings. And his earned run average is 7.16 in 6 starts for the Orioles. But if you extrapolate the numbers a little further and look at the more recent stretch of games that he has pitched in his last 4 starts, his earned run average is 9.72. And in those 4 starts, he's worked a total of 16.2 innings. So I'm going to go with the Rays. They're hotter. Again, they've won 8 of their last 10. And I like Tampa tonight. Of the 2 plays, I like Tampa minus the $1.20 on the money line, a little more than the Rangers, even though the Rangers have been red hot, only because John Gray has not pitched well at all, really, since the end of May. So those are your 2 complimentary plays today. Good luck, everybody, and talk to you again soon.